Hey guys, Axtyler here. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a fellow YouTuber from Taters. Me and him have been friends and fellow YouTubers for quite a while now, and probably about a month or two ago, I actually joined TeamSlopyTaters. So this is my introduction. If you want, you can check out my independent channel that is Axtyler right here if you want to see more of me or more of my content and videos. But now also I'm going to start uploading videos on this channel, my team's channel, every once in a while, and you'll be seeing more of that. So yeah guys, without further ado, there's my introduction, and I hope you enjoy the video. See you later, YouTube. What's up guys, it's Axtyler here, and this is my Heraldic Beast video. I have this whole deck profile, and it's a little bit older, more of a rough draft version, but I do have it on my main channel, so if you guys want to check that out, you sure can. But here is the newer version that I am showing you guys, and so yeah, it's a really cool deck. It has a lot of broken support. It's not quite, a top tier deck. It's more of a locals fun deck, or just kind of a Dueling Network fun deck, but I really like it a lot, so I'll just go into it right now. First, we got one BLS. We run 3 dart targets, but there's a lot of milling and a lot of deck thinning in this deck, like actually a crap ton. So getting him out isn't very hard, and you have a few dark target XYZs, so if you have to fall back on that, you can. Next, we got the broken card. He's called Heraldic Beast Leo, and he's broken because of his wording and for several reasons, so let's go into him. During the end phase, if this card was normal summoned during this turn, destroy it. When this card is sent to the graveyard, add 1 Heraldic Beast monster from your deck to your hand except Heraldic Beast Leo. You can only use this effect of Heraldic Beast Leo once per turn. So first, let's look at his cons. Maybe go with his cons. First of all, if he's normal summon, he's destroyed during the end phase. Now, it's kind of bad and kind of not. See, when he's sent, you add 1 to your hand, so it's automatically a 1-for-1. He's a 4-star 2,000 meter, so he's already pretty big. And if he's special summoned, which a lot of the support for the Heraldics do special summon their monsters, he doesn't get destroyed, so that effect becomes negated. Now, another brilliant thing about him is the way he's worded. It says, when this card is sent to the graveyard, add 1. Which means that if he's sent by milling, if he's sent by, discarding from hand, if he's sent from the field to the graveyard, if he's sent by detaching for an XYZ cost, anything that tends into the graveyard, he's kind of like Dandelion if you really think about it, he gets a +1. So, and there's ridiculous combos you can do with that. You can do Daigusto Emerald, and detach to draw 1, and get a +1 for Heraldic Beast Leo. You do the same thing with Love All Chain, or any of the other level 4 XYZs that we have here. So he's really one of my favorite searchers in the game currently since I found him, which he's so versatile. Next, we'll go on to Heraldic Beast Abercrombie. He's an alright thing in the deck. He's definitely necessary for the name, but he's not my favorite. But we'll read him real quick. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish another Heraldic Beast Abercrombie from your graveyard to target 1 Heraldic Beast monster in your graveyard. Add that target to your hand. You can only use the effect of Heraldic Beast Abercrombie once per turn. So if you read the effect, you can see why he's kind of because you need 2 in the graveyard, and then you add 1 to your hand. Now, I was trying to think of a build in order to use him, because you need another Heraldic Beast in this deck to get their support spell and traps to really get going. And so I was like, well, if I make it a mill engine with some draw power with a light zone engine, and yeah, it's a little cliche, but 2 card troopers, 3 Lilas, 3 Raikos, and charges, not only does it mill Leo, not only does it mill your dark targets, but it also mills all the Abercrombies you ever needed, and you just get those free +1s. So he's really good for that. Next we got Heraldic Beast Unicorn. You can manage this card from your graveyard to target 1 Psychic-type XYZ monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. Its effects are negated. You can only use the effect of Heraldic Beast Unicorn once per turn. And the key cards of the Heraldic Beast, which is the Heraldic King and the God Medallion Coat of Arms, are both Psychic XYZs, and that's mainly what you use them for. The effect, this card's mainly just for the name and for the fact that if you have one of those key cards in your graveyard, you can just banish him and get a free 2400 or 2600 beater. So he's really good for that when you mail him too. Next card is Heraldic Beast Yale, probably the second best out of all the Heraldic Beast monsters. I was playing him at 1 and then 2, and then I realized just how good he was. I started playing him at 3. If you control 2 or more Heraldic Beast monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. And it's really easy to get 2 on the field with their support, which I'll go into in a second. And he's just really good for making that instant Shockmaster, that instant God Medallion Coat of Arms, or any of the other plays that you can do. So yeah, he's definitely a good addition to the deck. And now I've added, since the old version, a Chain Dog, because a lot of these are Beast. Leo is Beast, Unicorn's Beast, Yale's Beast, and so is Raiko. And you get these out a lot in 2s. And so, you get them in 2, and then you go Heraldic Beast Yao, and then you go Chain Dog, and now you have 4 swarms on the field, and you can do a lot with that play. So just 1. 2 is just a little bit too many at times, but 1 is really good just to get that mill with the mill engine. And so after that, we'll go into the mill engine. We got the Lilas, 3 of them. Got the 3 Raikos. You got the 2 card troopers. Not much to say. It's just, again, like I've said, just the mill engine. Raiko is good for popping 1. Lila's good for popping cards. And then the card trooper is good just for the +1. And it's a 1900 beater. Then we have Gores and 2 Dragodias. Drag is actually usually pretty big in this deck because you get a lot of hand advantage with the Abercrombie and Leos. And so, you can target, getting a level 4 in your graveyard to even make more ridiculous level 4 plays, because that's mostly what the deck does, is pretty much just go for level 4 XYZs. And then there are also the Darks that field with BLS. Now we'll go into more of the Heraldic. Oh yeah, and then hold on. In the Light Sword engine, you also have the Solar Recharges. Just go over that real quick, obviously. So now we'll go into the Heraldic Beast kind of support. First, we'll go over the lesser one, the only traps we play, Heraldic Change. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, special summon 1 Heraldic Beast monster from your hand, then end the battle phase. So it's a little situational because when they attack, but most often than not, it's going to go off. You're going to stop their battle phase, and you're going to get a special summon on the field, which means next turn you're going to be able to normal, and then maybe get Yale or Chain Dog out. So it's really good for that, just getting that presence. And if you special summon Leo, he also doesn't get destroyed during the end phase. So yeah, definitely a good card. I had it at 3 for a while, but I took one out. It's still amazing though. Next, we'll get into the 2 broken cards, and I do say they're broken not lightly, because they're pretty ridiculous. First, we got Advanced Heraldry Art. Target 2 Heraldic Beast monsters in your graveyard. Special summon both those targets. Immediately after this card resolves, XYZ summon 1 XYZ monster using those 2 monsters only. So it's a 1-card level 4 XYZ for whatever you want. And you can get any of them out. It's amazing because it's just 1 card, and that's why I decided to run the mill engine, because you get 2 of them out so easily. So you just go Advanced Heraldry Art, get Leo and whatever else out, and then make Heraldic King, Utopia, Emerald, Chain, anything you really need. That's a generic level 4. And the great thing is when you detach for the effects, you also get Leo's effect. So it's an amazing card. You can swarm so much with this, because you have 1 of them, you have all the other shit. Or you have 2 of them, it's even more ridiculous. So definitely one of my favorite cards in the deck. Next card, another really good card in the deck, Reborn Heraldry. Target 1 Heraldic Beast monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. It's a monster reborn for Heraldics. So they play 4 monster reborns essentially, which is also why it's easy to get 2 Heraldic Beasts plus a Yale outs or the Chain Dog thing. With these 8 support, the deck actually runs really smooth, and it's really easy to go into these. And then next we have Charge of the Library 8, obviously. Dark Hole, Reborn, Heavy, and Foolish Burial, just because if you need to put that Abercrombie in the grave, you need a Dark in the grave, or you just want to send Leo and get his effect off, you can always do that. And then, of course, Chain Dog. So there's the main deck, and I'll go on the extra real quick. You have Heraldic King, Genome Heritage, 2 level 4 Heraldic Beast monsters as XYZ requirement. He's a little situational, but he's good for several reasons. So let's read the card first, and I'll go over that. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up XYZ monster your opponent controls. This card's name and original attack becomes that monster's name and current attack. And this card's effect becomes that monster's original effect. Then that monster's attack becomes 0. These changes last until the end phase. So the con of this card is that he's only good if you're facing against XYZs, obviously. The pros are that if you are going to get amazing things off this. You take whatever their effects, so if it's Zen mains or whatever, really, it gets really nutty at that point, and their attack becomes 0 and their effects are negated. So not only can you use their effects, not only will you get over their monster, but you're going to do pretty much a direct attack damage, and their effects are completely negated. So he's really good for that effect. He's also good for the fact, let's say you're not playing an XYZ deck, and you just need to have constant field presence. Well, if you have 1 or even 2 Heraldic Beast Unicorns in your graveyard, you can just go into this guy, and when he's destroyed, keep putting him out. It actually creates a little loop, and you can keep putting him out 1 to 2, maybe even 3 times. So that's another good thing. Then you have the generic XYZ and one of the beaters, which is Utopia and Gem Pearl. Pretty self-explanatory. Emerald and Level All Chain. Emerald's amazing because you can get a +2 with him, which I already went over. And Level All Chain's really good because you can detach. Let's say you detach Leo, get Leo effects, send Abercrombie, or send Chain Dog, or send your Dark. It's just a good setup card, really. Then you got Dia, the Wolf of Terrafane. This card is a staple in this deck, and I believe it's going to be a staple in the future in a lot of other decks as well. Once per turn, you can attach 1 XYZ material from this card to target 1 Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast type monster you control, and 1 other card in the field, destroy them. What's amazing is that you have a lot of beast in this deck, so his effect is automatically live right there. And if you really need to get out of a tough spot, you can go into him and kill himself to kill a monster card on the field. So he's really good for that. I love him in this deck. Next we have Gacha Cowboy. He's just good because he's a 3000 beater. You can attach for Leo or Abercrombie or whatever, and he's just good for getting over 2900 or less monsters. Then we have the Jin and Puppertive, whatever you want to call it. Only just for like the control aspect to it, to get over those annoying defense position monsters and to put them in defense position. Then we have Abyss Dweller, mainly just because we could. You don't really go into them like ever, but you know, I needed a level 4, and he's a really good card for certain matchups, so why not? And then you cast Stills from Roach to get another control versus certain decks. Not always going to go into them, but when you do, it's going to be really powerful. And then the 3 requirements for level 3-4 monsters, or 3 level 4 monsters. So you have number 16 Shockmaster, pretty self-explanatory, really easy to get into this deck. You'll probably go into him once per duel on average. And he's amazing. You know, you detach for his effect, Leo gets his effect after you detach, and you just kind of go nutty from there. Then you have God Medallion Coat of Arms, which is the 3 level 4 monsters equivalent of Heraldic King Genome. So we'll read them real quick. When this card is special summoned, negate the effects of all other face-up XYZ monsters currently in the field. During your main phase, you can target one other XYZ monster until the end phase, have this card's name become that card's name, and have this card gain that monster's effects. This card effect of number 69 God Medallion Coat of Arms can only be used once per turn. So pretty much he's really good for his XYZ decks because he negates all of them on the field when he's summoned, or special summoned, and he has the same effect as the other guy does. So he's pretty good sometimes. Mainly you want to go into him if you've already exhausted your Shockmaster and you have 1 or 2 unicorns in your grave, just because you can keep bringing out a 2600 beater. Last card we have on the agenda is number 29 Thunderspark Dragon. He's really good just for clearing the field. Detach 3, destroy other face-up monsters on the field. That's about it, to be honest. And you get their effects when he's detached. So, yeah, it's pretty much it. That's the whole deck, guys. It's pretty good. It's competitive enough to be fun. Definitely a locals deck. And try it out for yourselves and tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Or any suggestions or criticisms you have about the deck. I'd love to hear it and maybe make the deck better. So yeah, thanks guys. Again, I'm Axtyler. I'm part of TeamSlopyTaters. I have a channel independently of them also. If you want to check that out, feel free to. And I'll see you later, YouTube.